Let's, what up, everybody out there in podcast land? Thank you for tuning in yet again to another episode of Kane and Ross present the Gear I Stated podcast. We're expressing with our full capabilities to my wellness and correctional facilities, brainchild of mind child. I am the dad half of this operation. Ross Cooper coming to you live and in public, if you will. As always, I am rocking with the best. My co-host, please introduce yourself to the folks.
Hatred is born in order to protect love. Yeah, well, what's good, everybody? Was having a good day, month, year, hour, second, all that good stuff. You watching from the other platforms, please share with your friends, your family, your pets, bug outside, aliens outside, all that good stuff. You watching on the tube, please like, share, comment, subscribe, because if you don't, lightning gonna hit your house. There you go.
Okay, I was waiting. I was waiting to see where we were going. I
I,
was
I had
waiting to see. Like, let's see what he's gonna do. Let's see what kind of time we on today.
I just said lightning. You know, Jesus might get your ass. I mean, not Jesus, Zeus.
That is that is accidental bars, not Jesus, just Zeus. Okay. Jesus, just Zeus.
So,
And and yeah, how apropos, how fitting the background this week. The Matrix, to me, the most important franchise made in 20th century. Heck, little known fact, but from others between you and outside of you and I, your nickname has been Neo for like ever. But um, we got to start in the world's greatest city. So we touched on it last week, and here we are. And there's a lot of chatter, a lot of conversation. Let's get to it. Luigi Mangione is the young man that has been indicted for the assassination of a United Healthcare CEO. There has been a lot. Sometimes we talked about this a moment offline. I didn't want to get too deep offline. Let's save it for the show. There's a lot of chatter online, and there's a lot of people. I'm seeing both, and you can tell me what you see in a moment. I'm seeing a lot of, oh, well, that's kind of what you get. This person was representative of a corrupt system. But I'm also seeing a lot of sympathy. He was married, he had kids. Um, because of the stuff that I follow online, it's definitely slanted way more towards, yo, that's what you get. You're a representative of the system. You're an agent. And this is what happens to agents. Um, but to me, there's a lot of layers and levels here to dig into. As such, I will let you be the Jeter of this thing. I will let you set it off, sir. What have you seen? What are your thoughts based on all that you've seen?
You could start off. Gee, add more layers to this. Mine is real simple. Something that, only I guess a few people I do idolize, and they're all dead. The great brother Malcolm X said, chickens come home to roost. Like, I mean, you want the American people to feel bad, but you treat us like dirt and shit, give us scraps. So when a rich guy dies and there's a direct cause of the scraps that we get, especially in the health care, meaning paid care, doesn't help you if you don't have the funds. Like, how do we feel bad? Because one death versus probably what, thousands, hundreds of thousands of deaths, if not millions, from insurance tactics and just dodging people. Like, even if you do got it, it doesn't cover everything, and then you might just be buried in bills to the point where it will almost be cheaper for you to die, which is sad to say. Like some scenarios, it would be better for you to die financially than to actually heal you, even though they could. But you know, everything's business, capitalism, thing that everyone loves but secretly hates, and then everyone that hates secretly loves. It's a beautiful system, just like my background. The Matrix is a beautiful place. It's complicated, but but it's not. It's real simple. It's just we make things more complicated than it has to be. And but yeah, did the guy have a family on it? Sure. How many families are you responsible for them not having their members, indirectly or directly? Because it's bogus ass system, and that you're a real big baller in this system. I think that's the number one insurer in this country, or one of them. So, and I don't
True.
know because I used to have, it, but and it was trash. Paid from stitches. But uh, yeah. Well, I think you were right that it's not going to change nothing right now. Nothing will.
I don't
But
know.
but every revolution has to have a spark. Not saying this is it. I'm not even saying the George Floyd thing was it. I'm saying every revolution has a spark, and then to see that for the most part from the people outside of businessmen and politicians who all say, "Oh, we can't allow this." Shut up. We know why you're saying that. You want everything to be status quo. You want order, control, power, and money. I got you. But for the people to actually damn near be celebrating them and treating this like a Joker like or a vigilante like a Robin Hood like, should tell you the state of this country. That mother lovers is fed up, man. And we've been so desensitized to death because that's all we freaking see on social media and the news. It's like, yeah, if it was an orphanage or something that got burned down or it was a mass shooter, I don't think anyone would be celebrating this dude. But the fact that he off the CEO of a crooked business, do we care? I personally don't. But I'm not going to say you're a scumbag if you do care. If you have a pulse for it, fine. If you love thy enemy, cool. That's not me. Because I guarantee you, if I don't have no funds for it, if something happens to me and my family, I don't have the funds for it, you think they would care? Now I'm about to lose someone? No. So, yeah. Like I said, he got replaced in what, 2 days? So yeah, and then in the direct in close time, nothing's gonna really change. But who knows? Maybe in the future this could be a catalyst. I don't know. This could kick something off in the future. I don't know. But yeah, this is just funny. Like damn, I'm really living in Gotham City. Thought that was New York. But yeah. Uh yeah, I ain't got much else to say to it.
Uh, so, I'm gonna grill you a little bit. If his wife and two kids were in front of you, how do you explain to them why their dad is dead?
Hmm?
How do you explain it? If his wife and two children were in
What
front
are
of you,
I'm saying.
how do you explain to them why daddy's not coming home? Because now we gotta
Work for
we look at the macro and
it.
understandably so, but there's a very real person that lost their life here. And as a husband, and obviously as a father, how do you explain to them your dad's never coming home again? How do you explain that?
Would you care if would you ask that same question for I don't know, a mass shooter, um, a general, a president? If Trump got off, would you have that same sentiment to explain to them why is my dad gone?
No,
Why not?
because war has casualties. You go to war and you understand when you do it, you may not come back. Everyone who goes to
No
war,
one
their
named
people,
war.
their family understands you may not come back. That is a byproduct of war.
I didn't name anyone in war outside of a general. I named other people that are not going to see a battlefield. So what about them? Oh, but that's okay though. Oh, so
No,
going
no, 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 no. I'm not saying
okay.
that's okay. what I'm saying is, and this is the thing. We talked about this when we first brought up last week. What are the odds that these decisions United Healthcare, I think they said has the highest denial rate, somewhere around 32%, right? It's not 32 out of 100, it's 32% of everything. And where I'm going with that is this. How much of that do you think this person signed off on for real? Like, I don't get the impression the CEO is sitting there signing off on whether or not grandma gets a transplant. That's not him. That's where I'm going here. So if I had to explain this to his wife and kids, hey, I'm sorry, daddy's never coming home because he's an evil, evil man. I can't, I can't say that. I don't have a reason to look this woman in the face and say, I'm sorry, your husband died because he was pretty much in the wrong place at the wrong time. And what I mean by that is you happen to be the head of a medical conglomerate at the absolute wrong time. Is this system screwed up? Yes, 100%. Absolutely. Is this person single-handedly responsible for this ridiculous ass denial rate? We sure?
So you think he has no knowledge of, but everything he's the head. So it's like this. Even though I get what you're saying, is it solely on him? No, there's a board and all that shit. But just like the president, what do people usually do? We blame, well, not we, but most people blame the president when shit goes left, not their local government, not the Congress, not the Supreme. Like they just look at the head, the face. The face of our country is who? The president. So the face of the company is who? CEOs. So of course you're gonna get most of the salary. Am I wrong? I think it's for both. I think the president gets the most of the salary too. I don't know, maybe. But I know CEOs get the most of the salary. And if something fucks up, you're gonna get a big bonus to leave. So yeah, heavy the crown is heavy. You got the crown on, you gotta and you getting that paycheck, you gotta answer for this. That's why you're the head. You're the face for a reason. You're pretty much the fall guy. But yeah. So I'm saying if the CEO had a conscience, it was like, all right, I look because you're not gonna tell me he doesn't know the numbers. You're not gonna lie to me about that. So if he sees the numbers, like, you know what, this ain't right. Maybe we should work this around, blah blah blah, so we can help more people and actually do our fucking job.
Well, the problem
That
is,
that too hard to ask from CEOs of these companies to not be so fucking greedy? Is that too hard to ask?
well, let me get this to a very microcosmic point. Do you understand what the purpose of the company is, of the CEO is? It is literally to make profit for its shareholders, right? So if you are CEO, CFO, COO, whatever OOs you want to be, the ultimate goal is to make profit for your shareholders. Now, can you see where that's automatically problematic when we're talking about healthcare for actual people? On one end, you work for a company whose sole purpose is to what? Make money for its shareholders.
All
But
companies.
on the other end of this, your company is supposed to help save lives. Those two things do not go together. That's problem point A. But is this person the reason those two things don't go together?
I don't think this is, see, you're thinking so small. And I don't understand why. Is killing one person going to change the whole system? No. But as we said last week, and you kind of already admitted to us, we don't know what the future is going to hold because of this, and what type of spark this can like it. And then the fact that the dude left a manifesto, I don't know if it's all true or not. And from what he said, it wasn't even just about him. It was about sending a message. How do you get a message broadcast around everywhere? Did it cost someone's life to do it? Yes. But what revolution is bloodless?
There's no such thing as a bloodless revolution. I
Right.
know.
So you can't have it both ways. I'm sorry. Then this is why I'm putting you on the hot seat. Sorry. You want a revolution or not? You can't have one foot in and one foot out. You gotta pick a side.
So now you're gonna now you okay, fine. I'm confident in the hot seat. So here's the troubling answer to that. If there is no such thing as a bloodless revolution, and we
Okay.
are in fact beyond the point of voting it away, we are beyond the point of
Yeah.
negotiating it away.
Yeah.
If we've accepted, look, there's only one answer for the people, right? If we're at that point,
Yeah.
then we need a coordinated attack. We needed and this goes back to what I've always said. For Black people, I've said we need a Black think tank, right? Um, Beyond that, for the poor people, that's a lot of us. For the poor people, we need a coalition. We need militia. We need coordinated. If because let okay, unpopular answer time. This is one CEO. I'm not saying he's not valued because that's where my issue comes in. We just there's a loss of life, obviously, right? But Hydra said this numerous times: cut off one head, three more emerge. So in a time since this has happened, and this gentleman has been captured, so on and so forth. What the day he was killed, they had to walk. They announced that, hey, by the way, we won't be covering anesthesia for entire surgeries now. They had to walk that back. So where I'm going with that is this: one CEO, unfortunately, at least right now, at least as we speak on it right this moment, one CEO doesn't change the system. What if there was if you go back to got to go to Dark Knight, when they employed the Joker, what did Joker do? He didn't just hit one person. He hit a few people. What if this was a coordinated attack against all the CEOs, all the board members? Now I've got your attention.
You have to see, I get you. I'm not talking about this ain't a fucking combo, this is reality.
I
I'm
understand.
saying that look, yes, killing one dude is not going to solve the whole break down the whole establishment over. No, I understand that. I understand that. I'm not saying that's not what I'm saying.
Hmm?
I'm saying he got his message across. Because what is the main headline news that everyone is talking about? Whose attention does he have? He has the whole country's attention.
And sadly, I won't say sadly, that's not the right word. And what I've noticed is you are correct, but what I've noticed is, as I mentioned to you, just looking, it's divided. There's a crap ton of people who this was evil. You shouldn't have done that. I can't believe how barbaric. You got the freaking governor of Pennsylvania talking about that's not how we solve things.
Right. We saw things with bombs and missiles and armies. But yeah,
Right, right,
um,
right.
that's why I said I don't want no government official because you know how much blood is in your hands off of just giving orders. So yeah, that is how you solve shit with violence.
That's
That's
how
how we
America.
solve shit as a species, actually, with
Ooh,
violence. So no, like we are past the peaceful shit. We've tried that. Maybe well, maybe not everything, because like I said, there is one red button where no one will theoretically have to die if everyone was on the same fucking page. But just like you just said, which is part of my freaking problem, it's like everyone does not want to leave this area. Like, I don't know if you can't see me in your visual listen, nah, not visual, audio listener. I have the Matrix background behind me, right? Everyone
yeah.
can't leave this thing and is still stuck in this thing, even though they fucking hate it. They would rather be in this than to change, to have change. So yeah, people are divided about this and divided about a lot of stuff, which is why I said the other red button that can be damn near bloodless, if everyone or half, even if just half the country can show up fucking work, just went on strike, that would collapse the whole damn thing, and they will have to answer to what we have to say. Because there's no country without citizens. We can have a country without government. We can't have a country without citizens. So, yeah, that would be the easiest, quote unquote, painless way, unless they start trying to do some peacemaker shit, some Hunger Games shit, try to force your ass to work, then yeah, it'll get bloody. But other than that, since we're not on the same page, which with this situation we see that we're not on the same page. I think it's majority, most of us are, but like you said, some people I definitely seen it. Of course, the politicians, the rich people don't like it, but I don't care. But there is some regular folk and poor folk that are like, nah, that's too far. It's like, well, I don't know. Getting
Okay.
bent over all the damn time by your government and all the rich folk just doesn't feel fun. Like, I don't know if that's not too far, but when the buck has the gun, or the bunny has the gun, the rabbit has the gun, and decides to blast back and is tired and angry, what do you think's going to happen? Like, we're spawning. Like I've said this, and I think you said it too. We are in a climate right now. We are literally spawning monsters and just people who are angry, like real rage,
Mhm.
and nothing to
And
release it with, nothing to relieve it with. Because no one
right.
talk about mental health until it's too late. Let's be true.
Mhm.
No one
And
cares about poor people. We all ostracize them, even the regular folk. Even poor folk ostracize poor folk. That's how great the fucking system is. Shout out to Kendrick. Like I said, how you gonna hate on me? You broke too, nigga. We both broke. We supposed to get out together. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this system, I swear, can only go two ways: the peaceful way, which everyone has to be on board, or at least majority, which is, as we see, is not the truth, or it has to end in blood. So what if it's the catalyst to the blood? And what if, there's a lot of copycat stuff. We saw it. Yeah, we saw it with movie characters when freaking Dark Knight came out. Someone copycatted Joker did some crazy shit. So you mean to tell me someone ain't looking at this? Is he white? I'm sure he's white. This white
yes, well,
boy,
he appears to be Italian.
that's the white. But I know they like to
Or
diversify.
no, because there were reports floating around that he appeared to be a light skinned male. Like, no, 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 don't put this on us. No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. This ain't us. This ain't us.
Like I said, this privileged white boy. Privileged. He wasn't
Very,
broke. He wasn't Arthur Fleck. He wasn't poor as hell. He didn't come out of West or South Baltimore. He was in Gilman. I know where that is. That's some money.
yeah.
So, and some of my peoples know, like, yeah. So yeah, it's he came from privilege and did all this. So imagine the people who are actually angry and actually have nothing. See this, that he was willing to do this. That's why I said where they could be a little afraid and trying to get this over with quickly is you don't want the narrative to get out of your hand and people to start being like, damn. Because he's
Wait a
getting a
minute.
lot of admiration. It's not the whole, like I didn't see a whole lot of that was horrible. Why would you do that? I've seen it, but it's more on the side of, oh well, good. We need more. What you
And,
think that's about to spawn full of people that's already angry and upset and got nothing to lose?
and it's just what gets me, right? So I'm divided. I'm gonna give you both sides of my division. Okay. Um, my initial knee jerk response upon hearing this, Zach De La Rocha. It has to start somewhere. It has to start sometime. What better place than here? What better time than now? I am a revolutionary at heart. I admittedly will go on the record and say the biggest thing that has kept me from doing anything really super deluxe radical is you. Um, because I've seen Geronimo Pratt. I've seen Mumia Abu Jamal. I've seen what this country does to revolutionaries who act alone or people who even think about doing certain things. And I am built for prison, not for that. Um, am I absolutely, does it suck that there's loss of life? Absolutely. As a father, as a husband, I couldn't imagine you getting that call, my wife getting that call. I understand though, this is a corrosive system, and what amazes me is the amount of people with all this sympathy and all this understanding, and I'm like, this is the Panther in me. Do you understand the lives that have been either lost or altered because of these decisions? Like I said, if you have a 32% declination rate, you're denying 32%. That's 3 out of 10, right? And again, it's not just 10 cases, it's thousands, I'm sure. So when you got thousands of cases and you're denying 3 out of every 100, I'm sorry, 3 out of, 30%, 3 out of every 10. Sorry, 3 out of every 10. But what does that look like?
A
What is
lot.
the quality of life for people who really need A, B, and C, but they're getting denied? Because the purpose of a company is to make profits for its shareholders. These two things are incongruent. You can't have a company profit focused and health focused simultaneously. There's our problem, right there. There's our problem. Now, the human side of me, right? The CEO is not the reason for that. He's the head of that company, but it's not a company. This is a system. So
That's what's
not that I'm condoning it, not that I'm condoning it, but as I said a moment ago, if you because my other issue is, so what was the response? Let's see what happened. What was the response? The response immediately was the company saying, hey, you know what? By the way, we're not paying for anesthesia during X amount of time. Ooh, wait, we might want to walk that back. That's a bad look. Right. Then the immediate other response is, ooh, let's start taking down information of our CEOs offline. Might be kind of dangerous out. So you figured out what's happened. You're getting an idea why it's happened. And your response, instead of maybe we need to take a hard look at what we're really doing in healthcare. No, let's further protect the people in the system. And these are the people that I am watching other folks online have sympathy for.
you just had sympathy for them. So what?
I'm seeing a
You
bunch of.
understand what they're coming from.
I'm like, is this Stockholm a weird warped version of Stockholm system? So, and I've not seen one, not one. I have not seen a single person say, "Well, what about the people that have been denied coverage?" I've seen a bunch of talk about how this was unfortunate, this was tragic, this was an execution. I have not seen a single post about what about the 30% of the people have been denied healthcare, denied a procedure? What about their quality of life? Because just because you get denied don't mean you die. Some fates are worse than death. So if you live with certain disorders, certain diseases, it's like dying a little bit every day. So I'm like, again, my initial knee-jerk revolutionary response is, you know, a coordinated attack would have probably got done what this gentleman was trying to do.
What I get what you're saying.
That's my knee-jerk response.
But dude, it has to start somewhere. You said for change to happen because you still believe in, police are getting scared when they're not. It has to start somewhere. It was George Floyd, and then we are where we are now, which is not changed. But in terms of the CEO stuff, it could start with this dude, and then maybe this could, like I said, there's a lot of angry people out here. But so yeah, not saying I would do it.
I don't.
But there's a lot of angry people out here. So now they see the results, and then that basically they damn near double down as a punishment towards the people until everyone lean on them because yeah, the spotlight is on you, motherfuckers. You probably would have did this if it didn't happen, and then it would probably go swept under the rug. But the fact that he did this and your whole company has a big ass spotlight on it, then you tried to pull that shit, then you realize, oh, that's even worse, press. Let me walk that back. When they're probably gonna bring it up later down the road when this all goes away, in probably like another month or so. So yeah, this could be a spark. And someone can throw gasoline next. And then the next after that, oh,
Okay. So here's the inherent
one
issue.
starts, and then maybe next time it would be coordinated text. I don't know.
I mean, but here's the inherent issue, and this is the part where I said I'm divided because now I actually have to be a responsible parent. Look, as a parent, I can't tell. Look, vigilante justice is not the answer. You can't just decide to go offing people because of a decision you don't like. You can't do that. The very fabric of civilization would fall apart if we did that. You just that's not now.
But what do you?
Um,
Sorry, all right. Let's make it real. I agree with you to a certain extent, sure. But when you're in a system like this, the matrix, we'll just call it the matrix. We're in a matrix like this so powerful. The machine is so powerful. It's got its cord so hooked up in your body that you can't breathe or think without it. How do you break it without either a vigilante or doing something extreme to counter the other extreme? There is no peaceful outside of the way I just named, there is no real peaceful way to do this.
um, and see, the only instance I can think of, we actually covered this on the show a few weeks ago. You saw the power of a strike. You saw what happened when every port worker was like, "Tell you what, Chief,
Yeah,
F y'all."
yeah, your name is a Mari name. I'm saying besides that, because everyone is not going to be on that page. So we're throwing that out the window. The only way to end this shit is the way that this gentleman did. You have to go to the extreme. You gotta have some vigilante. You gotta damn near, you gotta get damn near just as dirty as
And that's the interesting piece of this puzzle here. That again, I can't just look. People gonna feel how they gonna feel, right? I am sorry that there was loss of life. Again, as a husband and father, I that sucks. However, um, I guess the question you got to ask yourself is, so how long did y'all really think? I guess I can answer my own question, I guess forever. Because the question is, how long did you think you were going to consistently deny health coverage or deny procedures to people before somebody was like, F this? Like it's almost insulting, really. Eh, F y'all. No, we're not gonna cover that. No, you don't need it that bad.
I'm
Nose don't work, that's cool. You can breathe through your mouth. How long do you think you're gonna keep that up till somebody till finally someone's like, you know what? I got something for you. Okay, I got something for you.
they've been doing this for centuries.
And you
Yeah,
you you got the
every
you
once a
got
blue
the
moon,
wrong one.
this happens, but overall, I still have dominance over you. I still control everything you think, you eat, how you interact,
Mhm.
everything. And I'm
And I
I'm
mean,
I'm in your whole life, in your conscious, and your spirit. So why like that? And then, like you said, if you cut off one head, three more will go back, and they have, like that. Everything's back to normal. So it's like from their standpoint, it's not disrespectful. This is nobody panics. Well, they don't panic. No one
and
panics.
and that's what I go back to. Like from a very basic human level, yes, there has been loss of life, and that is tragic. But I'm also thinking like for everybody that's boo-hooing, and this is so tragic, it's so sad. Isn't it tragic and sad when grandma has to sit and suffer for the last 10 years of her life? What? while this person is not directly responsible. Again, I sincerely doubt the CEO is yay or naying who gets a knee transplant, who gets their medicine covered. I sincerely doubt it. Nonetheless, you are the head of the snake. And I'm amazed watching everyday, I won't say broke citizens, but everyday citizens working their jobs, struggling to get ahead or slightly ahead, give sympathy to the ultra rich CEO and forgiving all the sins directly or indirectly they're responsible for. Because, like I said, they're not signing off on each and every one of them, but you are
Again,
the head of the snake.
they're giving the order. Like you don't gotta sign off on everything, but if it say, "Hey, we need to cut back on this because we need our profits up," what you think they gonna do? So no, don't try to absolve him for the shit. He was very aware because if you're a CEO, you gotta know the numbers. You have to.
Well, that's the thing, though. CEO is not the end all be all. They answer to a board of directors.
I got you. They know the numbers. They will make cuts if it's necessary for the numbers to appease
Well, if
the
I'm CEO,
shareholders in the council where. Well,
here's the thing. If I'm the CEO of the company and I'm looking at this and I'm saying, look, we got a 30% hell no rate. We really need to do something about this. I'm going to go talk to the board. And the board says, shit, we need to raise that to 40. Some of this shit we cover, we don't even need to cover.
you really think? Okay, all right. I see what you're doing. You really think she did that?
No.
Okay, then. So we can throw that up. Right. That was a great one. Nice tip. Throw that away. So back to reality. He has a direct cost. Is he the only one responsible? No, I agree. It is a system thing. He is just a pawn or agent in the system. But agents gotta go too. You gonna call me Neo? They gotta get the hell out of here. Take care of the agents, then we can take care of the machines.
I mean, I really, oh, bars. Bars, that's double entendre. Bars. Uh, um,
All the
by,
dog. I'm sorry. Okay.
by no stretch of the imagination, I want to be real clear on this because people like to spin things. I am not happy for the loss of life. As a father and husband, I am not happy about the loss of life. If there's a way to solve this without further loss of life, I hope we get to it. The problem is, in very real time, very right this moment, right this second, no, the machine is refortifying itself. It is, we need more security for our CEOs. We need to pull all their information offline. We need armed security. How about you start caring about the people? It's a running joke. There's never been a song made called "Fuck the Police." I mean, "Fuck the Fire Department."
It definitely was.
Oh, fuck the police. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. So instead of wow, let me think about what might have drove this person to do such a thing. Let me see the correlation between the ridiculously high denial rate, even in comparison to other companies. And see if there's something we need to look at. Nope, we just need more security.
That's the American way. If you see your subjects as pawns and just numbers on a pay stub or whatever, then why would you care? If my whole purpose is, like you said, is to make money, that's literally my job. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make the money.
Mhm.
You don't matter. The money matters. So I just gotta keep you alive. And like I said, it's sick. It's diabolically genius. So I say I kind of admire it, but I fucking hate it.
Mhm.
You know,
It, I mean, if you're on that side of the and let's talk about this guy for a second. So everything about him screams American dream, screams American success story. Went to a great school, great high school, great college, valedictorian, definitely the right color. Um, white American male. That right there gets you lots of things, get you lots of privilege right there, right? But you stuck to the script. Went to school, valedictorian, engineering degree. Wasn't like he got a degree in arts and crafts.
No,
He,
no,
he
no.
got a degree that you can use in this American society. And here we are. And based on everything I've read, all I've seen is a bunch of speculation. I haven't seen anything specific or concrete about why he was so upset.
About his
About
grandparents,
that.
I don't know what's the truth from that, if it's, but
Right.
either
I've heard
way,
that. I've heard he himself had a back issue that wasn't covered or wasn't fixed properly. And this back issue was so bad it might have prevented him from being intimate. So I'm like, all right, I can see that. I can see that might piss you off a little bit, Ain't got the muscle for the motion.
the funny thing, the irony is someone, this system is literally built for him, and it was working for him. For someone like that to do this and to send that message should prove that we are at the boiling point. Like someone like him should be happy for this system. Like
Right.
and it's working for him, and it damn near worked out for him. Outside of maybe the actual reason he did this, I don't know what it is, but outside of that, the world is your oyster. So for basically one of your own to take you out, I'm not saying he was on the level of that, but I'm saying that's ironic. Like you would think it
Mm,
would be a light skinned brother or Hispanic or someone from the depths of hell, right? But no, it was someone from heaven.
it
It
was
was someone from heaven.
mm,
The, he had angel wings. He came from up there. He came from where y'all came from. I'm not saying y'all angels, because hell no, y'all not. But I'm saying from the top of the social pole.
mhm.
You gotta look up to you. And someone who was damn near on that level had every privilege in the book, threw all that away to send a message. There is a beauty in it. It's bittersweet.
I, this is
It's
it's
bittersweet.
not about money.
It's about
It's
serving.
about sending a message.
That's
Dark Knight quote.
you gonna got a lot of Dark Knight quotes today. All right, said it. This this is straight out of a damn comic book, boy.
Shout out to Jim Kelly. But I'm immediately thinking about one of the most profound pieces of the Matrix. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And some of them are so inured, so hopelessly dependent upon the system that they will fight to protect it. And this is what plays in my head every time I see, oh my gosh, this is so tragic. This CEO worth multi millions of dollars that could give a shit about your kids and your family is no longer here.
But you talking
So, like
about
I said,
you talking on both sides of your mouth though, because you said
I
this
know,
is
I know.
tragic. So like,
Oh,
so
so that's what I was just about to address that. There's my knee-jerk first response is one thing, and then there's, well, let me think about this for a second because that's not appropriate. Um,
what do
but
you
ultimately, my first response is what I told you. Like, well, these are chickens coming home to roost, right? And then that's the first thought. First thought.
what?
Then you sit and think for a second, like, wait a minute. Because empathy is the ability to put yourself in somebody else's shoes, right? And I'm like, I wouldn't want somebody to have to come explain to you what if that happened to me.
Would you do this? Okay, you're not a CEO of a crooked business. Or are you?
No, we wouldn't be doing this pod if I were.
If you got capped and you was in that position, I probably would not care. But yes, if you get capped now, I would care because you're not that. But if you was in that, stop. I
I
would,
mean, but if I was in that, you would be that.
yeah.
It comes a different now it's a different thing because it wouldn't just be me. I'd be super ultra wealthy, and you'd be living somewhere in the hills and
I
getting.
still be wealthy. All right, that was cool. Uh, nah, yeah, I get it, but this is where the talking on both sides of your mouth because you just said before that how many lives has he directly cost, and you think he really cares about all the people that he denied that most likely died from it, or as you said, and I agree with, had fate, had fate's worse than death.
No,
Yeah, just leaves in his what mansion and chilling.
because the further away you, the further up you, and I've learned this from the companies I've worked for. The further up the chain you go, the less human people become. Look, if I gotta make the decision to cut, if I'm middle management, right, and I gotta fire you, it's different for me because we didn't went to lunch together. We didn't probably went to the Christmas party. I know your kids. It's different if I'm middle management and I gotta fire you. I know you. I gotta look you in the face and send you home and wonder how you gotta feed your kids. When you are that high up the chain, these are numbers. These it's a signature.
That's it. That's how a lot of horrible shit happens. Dehumanization. Most you can't.
Ooh,
I say most successful people, especially when you get to that level of money and tax bracket, don't really have empathy. They have, I'm not gonna say mental problems, but they're pretty much damn near on a psychopathic or antisocial scale. You kind of have to be that high because you got to make the tough decisions and whatever to add to your gross to make more profits because that's your only mission is profit.
that
So
that is the
I
purpose of the corporation
have a
to make
bleeding
money
heart.
for itself.
It's hard to make a lot of profits, especially on that level. You can make profits and still have a bleeding heart, but you can't have a bleeding heart and be that damn successful. You can't. You've taken advantage of someone. A lot of people you've cost a lot of people either jobs or their lives, literally, to get to that top of that mountain. There's a lot of blood on that mountain, whether you did it directly or indirectly. Like I said, billionaires are a failure to humanity because there's a lot of bodies piled up for you to even get to that top. So
Mm.
you got to be cold, heartless, ruthless, calculated, all that shit to be on that top. And I understand that. I just don't rock with it.
So just because again, some people might be watching this and thinking exactly what you said. I'm talking on both sides. What you're watching in real time is me trying to figure out what the answer is, and I am trying to desperately find a way to. Is there something that can be done besides bloodshed? Because ultimately, as revolutionary as I am still a husband. I am still a father, obviously, and I don't want to say, you know what, the way we do this is we go strap up and we start offing people. It's not what I want for me or you. I don't want either of us sitting in on a gurney with a paralyzing agent and a needle in our arm, right? It's not what I want. I
But
want us both to live an amazing life and see change come. And I'm just not at the point of accepting, throwing out all hope that this can happen. That's what people are watching in real time. I hate that we have loss of life. But I also understand historically, sometimes it takes the loss of life for change to be initiated. The problem I'm having here is this is one, and I'm not encouraging loss more, but I'm saying, look, if this was a coordinated move against all CEOs, against all businesses, all healthcare companies, now we're having a different discussion. And now we come out of this, hey, wait a minute, the people are pissed off. Because right now, this is like one person going rogue. That's what it looks like. One person going rogue. By the
well,
way, side note, because this is the other thing, the other conspiracy theory. You are we accepting the story we've been told? This is or because I've seen some stuff wild now stuff where they're like, this is just a fall guy. This isn't really him. You know, they're being real tight-lipped about how he got caught. So is this really the person? I'm leaning towards yeah, this is really him.
I don't know because
Oh,
it'll look bad. I mean, realistically. if I just open minded, which is what I usually do, realistically, the optics will look horrible if he did this and got away.
But he did though. That's the funny part.
Hmm?
Like this,
No,
but
I don't mean got away then got caught at fucking McDonald's. I'm talking about got away, gone, disappeared. Do you know what that would look like to us? And the type of
I'm
message that would really send. And then let's say he got away and was releasing this shit while still being a free man.
I think
That a shit to the extreme.
so here's my conspiracy theory. I don't I don't think it was accidental that he got caught. I think he wants his day in court. I think he wants his message out. You know, since the advent of court TV and the OJ trial, any major trial is going to be on every fucking news station every minute of every day. If we can get Young Thug's goofy ass trial on TV, that is worthless shit. What do you think this is going to do? This is going to be everywhere. And I think that's what he wants. Because you can't tell me you smart enough with your level of education, whiteness, resources. You couldn't get out this country. You couldn't get out and you couldn't get out.
That's why
No.
people were saying that he's a fall guy. I mean, I don't know. I would
No.
believe him, but I'm not gonna sit here and say I would not put it past that this ain't the real guy, that this is the puppet, because like I said, if he would have did this and got away completely, that would set another precedent that people like them would not want to happen. So it's like, damn, I'm just well calculated where I can just do what you said. We can just start targeting see for real and get the fuck out of here. You don't want
That's
to
the
trickle down to the quote unquote slaves, which is us.
that's still here's the funny part. That's still a possibility. And you get way more of your message out
Worse though.
with your day in court and every camera in the country on your face. You gotta remember it's the US. You gotta have your day in court. You gotta be able to face your accuser. You get to say what you want. Like, what'll make this go, okay, maybe this ain't what we thought it is like I said, usually when you have a murder trial, your counsel advises you to not take the stand. I doubt he listens. Now, if he doesn't take the stand, that's gonna make this look a certain way. I have, you heard it here first. I bet money that he takes the stand. Bet money he takes the stand. Because normally in a murder trial, you absolutely do not take the stand. Because the nature of the criminal justice system is you have to prove me guilty. And if I'm on the stand, I'm gonna say some shit to help you more often than not.
This dude in particular, if it really was him that did, well, like I said, we don't know. We'll find out. That's what due process is for. Like I said, I'm not gonna say that this is 100% squeaky clean, but if he did do it, he did want to be caught. He said that and said why. And I'm pretty sure, like I agree with you, he will take the stand and say why I did it, and pretty much take a piss all over your courtroom. That would be a lethal mess. That would be a crazy message too. I agree. But I'm saying,
We've been sitting here talking. I've been trying to find the right quote unquote movie. Law abiding citizen. This dude is pretty much law abiding citizen. But yeah, this is law. This is almost law abiding citizen in real time.
he's well, I guess he's trying to be a real life martyr.
Right. This is law abiding citizen. That I'm like, I know it was some because it's not quite Joker, not quite Riddler, not quite Bane, but law abiding citizen. That's what we're watching in real time.
And this life and marvelous. I have seen it all, boy.
Yeah. Speaking of which, did you get a chance to drive and see the banner hanging off what was it, I-83?
I haven't been on anything, so no, but I seen the picture. That's why I said, man, that's why I said I seen the message. Yo, I'm in Gotham City for real. All we
Still,
need is Luigi hats, and I swear to God, I might
yeah.
have to buy one for real, man. I'm so serious. And I seen a picture that 100,000 people on Amazon bought a Luigi hat already. I was like, oh,
Yo,
you don't take
seriously?
nothing serious. Huh?
Seriously?
Yeah. Shit, I might be one of them.
Sir.
Yeah,
Sir.
yeah,
And I'm
but yeah, it's
and the jokes don't stop, by the way. The jokes don't stop.
oh no,
Like
I don't.
they was like, yo, bro, should have went to Waffle House. They'd help him escape.
They'd have
I'm
shot the
like,
police with him. Yeah, he's definitely. I don't know why he went to McDonald's, but then again, if he wanted to get caught, then you would go to McDonald's.
well, hold on. Think about it. Think about it though. And this again, now I gotta get serious for a hot second. This again speaks to the problem we have in this society. Bro, 10,000 ain't shit. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. It's gonna piss some people off. I'm
You'll
gonna tell
see.
you this. If I was sitting there eating my sausage biscuit and I look over like, yo, is that the I'm not calling nary a hotline.
Mitch.
Not for 10 racks. I'm not dog.
All
No.
right, all right, all right. I digress. For this situation, stuff like some revolutionary shit, probably not. No, actually ain't no problem. No, I wouldn't. I would go away. Nah, if he was a fucking mass shooter or serial
Or
pedo, I'm calling for
yeah.
free.
Yeah, for free. For
For
free,
free.
3.99.
We gotta
3.99.
get that out of here. But
Yeah,
somebody like him, oh, how you doing, bro? I enjoy your meal.
right. Oh shit, yo, when you just in New York?
Okay, see now you just causing you dry snitching down.
Shit, me too, yo, man. It's messed up. The Yankees lost the World Series, dog. Yo, you be easy, fam. No,
I'm not
no.
saying that. I'm just doing that. Yeah, thank
Well,
you,
he ain't one of us, so I can't throw the Black Power fist. He ain't one of us.
dog. At the end of the day, I understand he is one of us. Because we the people. At the end of the day, I'm going my Fred Hampton part and my Malcolm and like towards the end after Mecca and my MLK. Like the goal is that we are all people at the end of the day. I
Right.
get the reason why we're doing the pro black shit is because we've been shitting on our whole existence. So we have to. But the end goal, or at least for me, is that at
Is unity.
the end of the day, we're people. Like poor people are poor people. Like the system, it does discriminate, but it's usually more class than just race.
Mhm.
Like poor white folks, poor Hispanics, poor blacks, we all in the same fucking boat. Granted, do poor white folks still have a little bit more privilege than us? Yes. But outside of that, we have the same struggle. We all need the same shit to survive.
Mhm.
And we're all gonna pass away one day. So, end of the day is for people to have power and people and be viewed as people and treated as people, no matter
Right.
all the extra shit. But yeah, if you gonna do some revolutionary shit like this and that, and then the reasons that I said that I seen was the reason why you did it, you my peoples, bro. I don't really care what your skin color is at that point. That's some damn near revolutionary shit. So he has my respect. Fist up.
So also in New York, in the world's greatest city, because what has kind of got overshadowed in all of this is Daniel Penny got acquitted of his manslaughter charge. Um, so we're gonna say his name. Jordan Neely was, based on what I'm hearing from a lot of folks, known as being on the subway. His Michael Jackson impersonator. There appears to have been he had some mental health issues, as a lot of people in this country do. Wonder if he was denied any treatment by United Health. But anywho, um, GI Joe Daniel Penny decides to choke him out for 6 minutes. Stop me if this sounds oddly the fuck familiar. But choke him out for 6 minutes. And some rando gets on the train and holds his hand, holds Jordan Neely's hands so he can't try to, get himself out of the situation. It's not murder one, it's not murder two, it's manslaughter.
Yeah.
And somehow G.I. Joe walks.
Did he acquit of all charges? Or just that?
Acquitted. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm trying to see if he get convicted for anything. But I'm just in the clip that you sent me, if I'm not mistaken, was from BLM. And now this is where things get very scary because you had a fiery speech and called for some vigilante street justice. And this, in a weird way, goes back to something you and I have just talked about. If we had our own communities, right? If we took care of things in house, we wouldn't have so much police brutality, so on and so forth. Because if you bring your law and order blue badge ass into one of our communities and we fortify and take care of our own, guess what you're not gonna do? We ain't gonna see all that seeing brothers and sisters getting harassed and their ass work no more. We're gonna take care of our own, right? Time and time again, we as Black people in this country have put our faith in this criminal justice system and seen any and all help completely pissed away. And this is one of those situations. How do you put someone in a chokehold for 6 fucking minutes and have an assist? How did the person who assisted didn't get charged? Because in Texas, that is called the law of parties. Watch enough crime shows and do enough Google, you learn anything. So if you and I go to rob a house, you sit in the car, I go rob the house. Old lady wakes up, I clap the old lady. Guess what? You're getting charged with murder one, too. Law parties. I am, and this is in New York, I am seriously trying to figure out how did the other party not get charged and how this person walked on manslaughter. And now we got to circle back to the basics. So Black life isn't really worth that much. And this is why we had to say Black Lives Matter, because this country forgets that very, very easily.
Because we never,
And
it's not a forget. It's just normal. That was never the case. We had to literally fight, scratch, call, and beg just to get basic rights. So yeah, they didn't forget. If they forgot, that would be a good thing. Because then that means it's changed. They didn't forget. They know. We know. Like I said, and back to the protection thing, we had that already. They got rid of that shit. Like I said, the civil rights era was not that damn long ago. The Panthers did exist. They were doing the same shit that you just named, helping the community, protecting the community. And if some
feeding
cops
the
some
community.
fuck shit, we had some guns too. What's up? We saw what happened though, retaliation for that though.
Hmm?
You could.
Let's
So
go ahead and
yeah.
change these laws.
So yeah, some of the stuff that you asking for that or we both asking for was already there. The blueprint is already there. It's just like we said from the beginning, just not even just all people, our community especially, we're divided. The country is divided. Not even just us. The country is divided. And I am certain that they played a major role into why that's the case. Because they know if everyone is on the same page, the peaceful way of changing this shit could actually happen. Or the bloody. Either way, it would change. This is why you need to be. This is why I said you said we go back and forth about the government and the powers that be don't need to distract us. They put it right in your face. I say no. I mean they do put it in your face, but it's still a distraction because we're so fucking divided.
That's Jordan Neely's father says, I had enough of this. The system is rigged. No shit. And that's not me being flipped towards his father, because you have a father who just lost a son. Um, the system is rigged. And Black life does not. And it's just funny because so many on the other side, so many other red hats, so many on the other end of that. BLM is not necessary organization. Da, da, da. And why do you? This is why. This is why. This is a nice reminder of why BLM had to exist. Now,
The
the
same
sins of the
story.
organization aside, the actual idea. This is exactly why. Because you got G.I. Joe choking somebody out on a train for 6 fucking minutes. And again, for those who are not from the region, for those who have never been on a New York City subway, dog, it's some wild out things that you will see on a New York City subway.
Yes.
It's just another day in New York.
Yes.
It's just another day.
Agreed.
But somehow G.I. Joe here decided to spring in action. Listen, Flint, Duke, whatever, whatever GI Joe you'd like to be. Like, I and nothing I've read, nothing I've observed says anything about any kind of remorse being expressed here.
Why would he? He thinks he's a hero.
All right. So now we got to ask the question on the flip, because that's always the thing, right? So if GI Joe was black and the dude he choked out was white, are we here?
I think you know the answer to that.
Because the argument is going to be, well, hey, don't make it a black thing. No. Let's role reverse. Let's role reverse. If GI Joe was black and was choked the white boy out, are we here?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure we know the answer to
Yeah, historically, I'm going to say no.
that. I'm about to say,
Historically,
I
I'm
don't
going to say
know if actually 100%, but I think we all know the answer. So yeah, great job, America. Great job, world, great city.
yeah. And what a shock! Republican politicians portrayed Penny as a hero. How? What?
For
What?
white America.
I don't. It.
That used
Listen.
to happen all the time. I don't know if you remember. I know we weren't alive for that, but them choking out either with a rope or whatever, going to court, getting everything acquitted, and then being called being a hero and celebrated. That's nothing new.
Ooh, yeah, that part.
Oh wait, did they take pictures?
No, that's the only thing we're missing here.
Ah, see, I'm about to say that's face to face. If they took a family photo and shit, hey, history repeats itself, boy.
Ooh, I just yeah, and we're gonna keep it in New York City and move on to Brooklyn.
I know the title. Welcome to New York City. Look at it. Oh, my 9/11, the place of the lost dollars.
Well, that's one way. The unofficially official New York anthem is, of course, Empire State of Mind, but
That's the more gritty version. I'm sorry. I like the gritty version. I do like Alicia's version though. She can, she
I
can.
mean, damn, I forgot to because Fabio Foreign, I love his version too. Well, Alicia singing the hook.
I don't think I heard
Yeah, New York City, please go. Yeah, you probably heard, just didn't realize it.
it.
But so the shoe, quote unquote, has finally dropped, and Brooklyn's finest. And shout out to Alicia. I gotta shoot her in gotta shoot her a message or a text because she swore up and down the allegations was coming. Apparently, they have come. Um, oh, stop. Oh,
Um,
yeah, y'all was definitely going hard on Hove, but yeah, the allegations have come, and apparently they are ugly. Hove, Jay-Z, Sean Carter, that guy, has been accused
Don't say the whore.
of SA of a tag team with Diddy of a 13-year-old. That's bad. That's
Hey,
bad.
that's an understatement.
Like, yeah, dog. This is
If that's true, you need to be castrated with
this
a
this
rusty knife.
this the type of shit you don't come back from, dog.
This
That's
is true. It's all legend. But
you said, but um, yeah, this is back in 2000. And again, sadly, the jokes don't stop. The same way with your man saying, yo, if you'd have went to Waffle House, nobody would have turned you in. Um, the jokes here don't stop because now it's like, 99 problems, and a woman is one. So it's uh, I'm trying to pull the actual statement because it is interesting. It is interesting. So let me see here. Uh, he had it, but Hove had a very strong response. That he can't see this. Okay. Basically, the gist of it, Hove went Hove. Hove had to remind folks, like, dog, I'm not, he was addressed it to the lawyer. He was like, I don't know what you doing. I don't know who you are. Basically, it was the short version is, fam, I'm from Brooklyn. I don't come from where you come from. I got it out the mud. So we not gonna play these back and forth games. He was like, listen, I got daughters. Whoever did this absolutely should be under the jail. It's
what else is
all I'm gonna say is this, bruh. You better be innocent. You standing, you standing holding your nuts on this, you better be innocent. Because if this comes out that you not,
I mean, he won't go to prison because one statute of limitation, two, this is a civil case. This isn't criminal. But
true. But
but I mean his reputation already taking a hit, so that part might not have changed. But if it comes out that it's credible and he has to actually pay the settlement, he is done. You're done. He might
it's
be done
oh my,
anyway because we still have to see. Because I think this is separate than the whole Diddy case. Even though Diddy's missing, I think this is a separate thing. Because remember, there's other names in the actual Diddy case that haven't been released yet. So if he's released in that too, it's over prime.
and see the real, like when you I don't want to say guilt by association because, like I said, the problem with Diddy is I don't think most people understand the tentacles and how far those tentacles of Diddy go. Like from I'd say 96 to a good maybe 10, 15 years after that. And I'm just listening to hip hop. Between hearing actual Diddy in the background and how many people shout out Diddy, I want a city like Diddy. Like this cat has killed a lot of people. So here's where I'm going. Jay, unfortunately, like dog, it's a lot of concrete shit out there that raises an eyebrow.
Oh,
How long were you trying to rap to Aaliyah? That's an interesting age gap you got there between you and Beyonce. When did y'all meet? It's didn't you say
well,
it took me to have daughters to not to understand and not call women bitches? Like you
oh, now you want to see it.
my man's my
This
man's.
is a crazy switch up.
It's not a switch up. It's looking at the facts. Like, hold on a second.
Now you want to look at the facts. You didn't want to look at it before when we both tried to tell you.
No, I'm saying, yo, what's the face? What's the face
You know what
for?
I'm saying? Because at least we named a lot. Now we didn't name the 13-year-old girl stuff because no one knew about that. But I'm not surprised if it is true. It's all legend. But the other stuff you just named was stuff that we told you already. You had an excuse for everything for that.
Plausible deniability. I wasn't aware.
We told
I
you,
didn't.
man. And guilty by association. I'm sorry. I agree. Like if one boy does this, like one of your mans does something wild, I shouldn't be associated. But if you're around your whole clique, Kelly, Robert, Diddy, Diddler, Weinstein, like you're seeing, and that's your clique and your peoples. They
Wait.
all in the same shit. They all are into the same and got busted for the same predatory ass shit. You think you is clean, especially when you have a background with underage girls? What you did to Rihanna, what you did to Beyonce, what you did to Foxy Brown. And then on top of being directly associated with all the people that did get caught, you really, really. At
We've
that
had to
point,
find
you
out.
guilty by association because your whole association is with fucking predators. I can see if you were just cool with Diddy by himself and you weren't cool with all the other people you didn't associate with, then you might have a better case. I still think you wouldn't because there's no way that's your boy. You don't know what he does. Because everyone has a secret in Hollywood. They know what goes on. And then mysteriously leaves when that happens. Right. Fuck out of here. But yeah. Because they all said the same thing. It's like, yeah, the day was wild. There's a party in the party, and then there's the after party. And that's when I dipped out. So all of y'all just dipped out. So how'd y'all know what was going? Why y'all dipped out for? It's a party. Like I said, I've been to parties. Most times you don't want to go home. I ain't been no type of fucking.
Because hold on. That was easily explainable. Because typically certain parties like that do not take place without enhancements. So to me and you, if me and you, we go to a regular party, somebody blaze up a joint, what else? But if you at them kind of parties and all of a sudden they pull out, oh, here's some coke. Oh, here's some this and that. Oh, whoa. I'm cool. I'm I'm good. I'm good on that. And that's how when shit starts popping off, people leave. Because hey, if you want to smoke a joint or two, smoke a joint or two. Coke?
Already doing that shit. They know what's going on, bro. Like you, everyone can't be like, I didn't know what was going on and I left her. Everyone can't have that same line. Like everyone has that same, like you
Agreed.
have the same statement that everyone else has. That sounds like a fucking coordinated statement. Because there's no way that everyone else knew inside of Diddy's circle, quote unquote. The people that actually participated knew, and none of the people that all left early that attended had no idea. So it's either you participated and you can't admit that, or you knew and you did leave. I don't know which worse.
I don't know. And let me straighten this out and be very, very clear. I do not have on my whole Avenger cape. I'm not caping for hold. What I want to see happen is the truth come out,
Me too.
whatever it is. And if you guilty of fucking with young kids, then I will gladly never listen to another Jay-Z song ever again in life, including Empire State of Mind. That's gonna suck, but that's what it is. Because I love the world's greatest city, love the anthem, but fuck you, bro. It's really quite that simple. If I can walk away from the NFL, I can definitely walk away from this shit.
See, all right, I can rock with that. See growth.
No, it's like I said, it's just like, yo, you can't. I can't be an advocate for women and stand by people who openly abuse women. And in this case, look, I get certain people have a, complicated legacy, shaky past. John Lennon being one of them, right? But John Lennon owned his sins. And as of right this moment, Jay is saying there are no sins.
But wait. If he owned this, so would you? Okay, let's
No,
say
no, 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 no. Because none of it's good, right? On the scale, none of it's good. Like from what John Lennon said out of his own mouth, he was abusive to his wife. What the fuck, bro?
that's bad, but this is worse.
That's super.
This is worse.
But yeah, but to essay a 13-year-old,
That's
you
worse.
need to get stabbed. You need to get terrified. You need to get the terrifier right in it. You need to get the terrifier.
That's terrifying.
You need to get the terrifier right in it.
I go. I'm thinking of the one, but I forgot somebody actually did get this. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he
That's
go.
the most disturbing thing, sir.
Nah, I don't know. Getting sawed in half from your for JJ does not sound great. I don't have it, but damn, that shit looks like it hurt. I don't know. Those are both horrible ways to go. I'll tell you that.
I mean, yeah, if I got to pick though, because you getting stabbed in the dick, that's gonna hurt and really, really bad. You're not gonna die right away.
So getting sawed in half, you gonna die right away? I don't think she died.
Pretty much. Like
No,
you're
you're not.
out of there.
You're not gonna die right away.
You're
The
gonna, you're
way he
gonna.
started, you're not.
Yo, I can't.
He ain't
How
started
do
from
we
her
get
head.
here?
You gonna feel that all the way about halfway through. Just saw it.
No, because you're gonna be in shock after the first couple saws, so it's pretty much a wrap.
So getting
But
stabbed, what? Okay, no.
yeah. I'm sorry. That is the worst. That is worse than human
It's your man,
centipede,
dog. That's why you saying that. Dude.
bruh. That
Like,
is
getting
worse than
sawed
human
in half.
centipede. That is worse than Hellraiser hooks ripping your skin off. Nah, bro, you just get shocked. Yeah, human centipede, me dog. Like I'd rather be stuck in somebody's ass than
Just kill me. Just bullet to the head. I'm not dealing with none of that shit. Oh, boy, human said, I don't want to spend my life eating shit. Hell no. No, I don't want to be
if
no.
you're in front of the centipede, you all right. But yeah,
So you have somebody, you know what? I don't want to be a part of it. You can do
I'm
whatever
doing,
you want.
I'm
We're
doing,
not doing
I'm,
none of that. You want to,
I'm,
I'm no bullet to the head, my boy. That's cool. Hell.
I'm done, yo. I'm done.
Bullet to the I'm not dealing with none of that.
But yeah, yeah, Mr. Sean Carter. If it comes out that 13, bro. And see, the thing that gets me about this, let's have just a real moment here. The thing that gets me about all of this, it further proves my point that this is absolutely a fucking disease. When you reach that level of fame and notoriety, whatever kink shit you into, you can just pay somebody to do.
Okay,
Unless,
fix that, please.
right, unless you're a pedo. And then you can.
I'm about to say that's
Then
not
you can.
kink stuff. That's just you fucking sick.
No, that's a disease. That's I'm
That's not a
our
kink.
it's a disease.
Like say you want to get your ass whooped or your nuts kicked. All right, that's a kink. But little boys and girls, that's not a kink. You just a weird sick fuck.
Yeah, and that's I'm like now we have a different conversation. So that's I'm like this has got to be a disease because
That would be worse. If
once
you pay
you
for one, that's even worse. That's some Epstein shit.
yeah, like once you make a mill, once you got a mill, you a millionaire. Listen, dog, there's places you can go and pay for whatever freaky deaky shit you into.
Not that. Well, there probably is.
But
Probably not that.
right, but when you into some of that shit, yeah, now it becomes illegal. Now you into some underage shit, and it's like Terrifier. You get the Terrifier or you get the wood chipper?
I'm not gonna lie, you making my nuts hurt right now, man. Stop talking. I'm tired of you saying it. Just got a little twitch. I know it's TMI, but damn.
But yeah, it's but yeah, read Hope's statement, and it is pretty much a middle finger grabbing my nuts. I'm from Brooklyn, my nigga, and we don't get out like that. You better be clean. You and it's already people having problems with the statement. It's already folks saying that was some old narcissistic, shame victim, blah, blah, blah. Like, so all I'm saying is I get it. You got daughters. We know who your wife is. I get the magnitude of the allegations. But for you to be on some hold my nuts type shit, I'm a Brooklyn nigga type shit, you better be squeaky bleach ammonia fucking clean, sir. Because if you ain't, the empire falls. It's really that simple. You could have just shut up. I understand being compelled not to. And I can't tell if this is the move of narcissism or absolute innocence. But it better be for your sake of innocence. Or else it'd be your fucking catalog we pulling off. First it was our pedo, then it was Diddy's, now yours. Boy, it's great to be Black Thought and Big and J. Cole right now.
Shout out to
It is
Cat
great to be Black Thought and J. Cole.
Shout out to Cat Williams. Started this.
We need to reach out to skills. We need one more wrap up. This year, we need one more wrap up. I need the skills version. I don't need the Uncle Murder version.
Ah,
I don't
come on.
no. I don't need Uncle
Uncle
Murder's
Murder be
version.
killing his versions. You stop it.
No, we need the originator. We need the skills wrap up, yo.
Get both. There you go. Why I gotta be one or the other?
Because I didn't need Uncle Murder's version to begin with.
This is good.
I didn't need Uncle Murder's version to begin with. Okay. Moving away from Brooklyn. I didn't do enough homework on this. Technically, we're supposed to talk about the TikTok ban. I need to do a little more homework on it because I think there's some more shit to it than just them trying to ban it. And I want to make sure we touch that properly so we kind of gloss over it. But it just on a real base level. So we got G.I. Joe strangling people on the train and walking. We got Agent Orange back in office. Um, we got CEOs getting blasted in the world's greatest city, and y'all got time, money, and effort to try to ban TikTok again. And I guess I said I want to touch it. I gotta do a little deep dive because I don't get it outside of well, it's owned by the Chinese. So is a good chunk of this damn country.
Not leaking your data though. Not a matter of national security.
So I'm like, if that's the Chinese might have your data. Oh, okay, because America having it is so much better.
It's the devil you know.
Clearly, clearly. Yeah, I'll get back to that. And then so we'll conclude with this because this is just the funniest shit. You sent this and I'm like, it shouldn't have been funny, but it's hilarious. What if you could whisper something to the entire world at once? What would you say?
In their heads, you gotta say you
Right,
talk their
internet.
heads in the entire world. What would you say?
And the funniest shit I saw was you are the chosen one. The absolute chaos
Oh, yeah.
that would come.
It wasn't happening for me though, because I'm gonna legit be like, damn man, I had this crazy business and I was the chosen one. If you go and say, yeah, I heard it too, I'm like, oh, never mind, that shit funny. Well, actually, no, that still might fuck me up because then if everyone I know heard the same shit, I'm like, damn, the Matrix is glitching, bro. Glitching. You might have a chance.
But everybody gonna tell you.
I don't know. Oh,
Cause I'm like, yo, somebody came and was like, yo, man, I had this crazy notion. I was sitting in the lunchroom about to go take a piss, and all of a sudden, this voice was like, "You're the chosen one." Yo, that's what I'll be sitting there like, yo, that's wild. Thinking to myself, damn, I heard the same shit. That's kind of wild out. We both can't be the chosen one. I might need to do something about. No, I'm kidding. Uh,
that's probably how it would go. Not saying you, but I know it's gonna be some stupid motherfuckers doing that shit.
oh, in this country for sure. In this country for sure. In this country for absolutely for sure.
I must, you know what? If it was me that was speaking, I would just tell everybody, yo, y'all got 3 days to live.
Oh damn, that
Got
72 hours,
3 days
man.
to purge, boy.
Oh my goodness, that's wild. But that yeah, that was just a small funny thing there. And oh my, have you seen? And it will wrap it up. Have you seen the official trailer for 28 Years Later?
I saw it pop. I didn't watch it yet.
I gotta watch the first two. I didn't watch the first two, so I gotta watch the first two.
Yes, you did. You watched
No,
20.
I do not remember it at
Pretty
all.
sure you watched it with me.
I think you're right. I just don't remember it. But I didn't know he was gonna go this far with it. But the trailer, yes, trailer's official.
Is it still across the pond?
I think so, but 28 years later, and I'm like, now I got to go back and watch them back to back because I'm like, I don't remember them. I haven't seen it in ages. But yeah, 28 years later. Also, I plan to go check out Craven this weekend. I'm excited about it because it's rated R. So I'm like, okay, Marvel does R rated very well. I will say that Marvel does R rated very well.
Hey, yeah, I can't really think of a miss from Marvel
Yeah,
ever.
all of the Deadpool's, Logan, Deadpool, and Wolverine.
Like,
Marvel does Marvel does R very well. And I mean, I don't count the original Blades, but
I still know.
it's Marvel, but it's not MCU. It's not Kevin Feige. To my, I don't think it's
Okay,
not Kevin
so
Feige.
Deadpool wasn't MCU, neither was Logan. That was Fox.
Really? You sure about that?
The new Deadpool was MCU. They merged it. But the first two Deadpools and Logan was Fox.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. All right. But yeah, looking forward to Craven. And we got to catch up. I still got to watch The Substance and Smile 2. I think both of those are on Amazon, so I'm gonna check those out. But
Hey,
Smile 1 was good, and it just had one of the all-time creepiest endings ever. Like, yeah, Smile 1 was like, whoa.
yeah, I heard Smile
Um,
2 was better.
oh, okay, I'm looking for that, and I gotta watch The Substance. So that's on Amazon Prime. So I gotta watch The Substance because I heard that was I ain't heard too many people outside of my hardcore horror fans talking about it, but I gonna give it a shot because body horror is a different kind of thing. So I'm like, I'm trying to think what would be another example of body horror. The only thing that comes to mind will kind of be the Fly remake with Jeff Goldblum back in the 80s, but that might fall under sci-fi, but technically
Wait,
that's body horror.
one of the things
You
you,
have seen
huh?
you have seen the Fly remake, right?
Probably not.
Holy shit, dude. It's so good. I watched it, I think, last year. It's still good. So yeah, you watch The Fly. Watch The Fly. The sequel was ass though. The sequel was ass. But the first, like, that is it doesn't get the recognition it deserves. To me, it is up there with Alien or Alien. Well, I gotta say Alien because Aliens is almost more of an action flick. But from a pure sci-fi standpoint, I think it's up there with The Thing. It's up there with Alien from a great sci-fi movie start to finish. Like, yeah, the Fly remake was spot on. It's no waste to it. Like it's no corny moments. It's like, could you beautifully done. That's really kind of what introduces Jeff Goldblum. And Beautifully done. If you've not seen it fly, I think it was 86 or 87-ish, but it is great, great, great movie. Um, before we run this back, any final thoughts? Anything you want to touch on real quick?
Nope.
Okay. Our running back recap. Let's take it from the top. Listen, um, there's knee-jerk response, and then there's parental grown virgin response. And it honestly depends on what day of the week it is, which one you're gonna get from me. Um, I your man is an agent of chaos. Clearly is an agent of chaos. And if there's a way to do this being break this system without bloodshed, I'm all for it. If we run out of options and bloodshed is the only remaining option, I'm all for it. That's the way. That's the way. Um, Jordan Neely's killer being acquitted is, oh, I got Donald Glover voice. This is America. G.I. Joe here choked somebody out for 6 minutes and somehow acquitted. This is America. Um, H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy, not guilty. Y'all can, yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's you better be right, bruh. You better be right, and it's already looking away, but you better be right because oh boy, it's gonna be a mean thing and just wipe out your entire catalog from all my playlists. It's gonna take me a couple hours, but yeah, we gonna wipe that whole shit out. I promise you. Because what we don't do is support pedos. And a 13-year-old, bro, 13, 13. Like the problem is you already a little suspect with certain things. Now that we start putting the microscope up, 13, bro. Like this ain't a KRS One song. 13 and good is not that. No, 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 man. That ain't what's up.
I get it.
Um, and yeah, whispering you are the chosen one to the entire world. Oh, just watch the chaos and madness ensue. And looking forward to seeing Craven this weekend. Your recap, sir.
CEO, man, chicken's coming home to roost. So it is what it is on that. Yeah, I guess he is an agent of chaos. Yeah, I know I'm a Joker fan, so it be what it be. I prefer peace, but I have no problem with war and violence if it's necessary. Necessary. I don't like senseless violence, but if it's necessary, I have no issue with it. Jordan Neely's killer acquitted. This is America. That ain't nothing new. That's actually part of the course. All we need is a family photo, and then boom, bingo. Uh, we talk about that whole allegations. Where there is smoke, there is fire. He already had a suspect pass. I'm not saying that this version is true. This is all alleged, so I don't know about the 13-year-old stuff, but all the other shit that we all know. Not looking good. H to the Izzo, B to the Izzy.
S
TikTok,
to the is a, but yeah,
huh?
S to the is a.
Oh, that's a double SA. S to the Izzy. I'm sorry.
Right, right, exactly.
He was trying to tell us. All right, but go ahead. TikTok ban. Like I said, that's just power and control. They just want it out of China's hands so they can have control. That's all it is. Other than that, there's no reason to ban the shit. Um, Speaking to the entire world, yeah. What's the chosen one? Or you got 3 days to live? Just watch the madness happen. That would be fun as hell. And then I'd also be freaked out because who the hell is whispering in my head? So, like, in a way, it would be funny and scary at the same fucking time. And then,
Mhm.
people go extreme lengths with it because, I guess God told them they're the chosen ones. But yeah,
Kind of like Israel. Oh, I'm sorry.
what if that's what happened?
Yeah,
You didn't
let
think
them tell
about
us.
it.
Let
That
them
could have
tell us
happened.
exactly what happened.
That really could have happened. That's why they saying it. They all got the.
Right,
That's not funny because they killing hundreds of
right.
people. But yeah, that's all I got.
All right.
Oh, Craven,
Um,
yes. Or that too. All right, I'm done.
okay. Awesome, awesome show, sir. On behalf of myself and my amazing co-host, same bad time, same bad channel next week from the Yeah I Said It podcast. Peace.
Now